Smart Money Group is proud to introduce the banker-player probability strategy, which has been developed to minimize the risk of losing. Please pay close attention to this video. Hello YouTube members, and my name is Joe, and I will be your narrator for today's special video of the banker-player probability strategy. All of our advanced players in the Smart Money Group Baccarat Club have been using this banker-player strategy for close to a year now with outstanding results. There are two green light triggers that will show you the least risk tables to play on. The absolute key to success in a casino is having a big bankroll and being lucky enough to choose the right table at the right time to play on, as you all have experienced before. This banker-player probability strategy is really what you've been looking for. This strategy will guide you to the most least risk tables in the casino to play on, which really is the key. Now you may ask, well, how can I tell which tables are the best? In this video, you will learn all the important two-step strategies. This video is our Christmas gift for all of our subscribers and friends who have supported Smart Money Group. Now, early next year, Smart Money Group will be looking to add 3 more players to our club, and geography is really not an issue. If you complete your application and qualify to be a player in our club, Smart Money Group will be ready to invest and fund $10,000 after you complete your training course. If interested, please email info@smart-moneygroup.com for your application. Much unlike Christopher Mitchell, this video is free, as all of our other systems are. Please have a safe and happy holiday. Okay, this is the banker-player probability strategy, and we've just pulled up our Baccarat simulator. Now, there are 2 triggers that you're looking for in a shoe when you're in a casino. The first trigger is the player and banker majority. In this particular case, which I like very much, the player has the majority by far, 14 to be exact. You always come in at the 25th hand or a little bit after, never before, because you want to be able to see the history of the player-banker majorities. So in this case, we like player very much. It looks to be like it's a player shoe. The other trigger is counting back the last 6 wins. And in this case, we have 5 player wins and 1 banker win. So we now have the green light to play because we accomplished that 2 trigger system. Again, the first trigger, 19 players versus 5 players, 5 wins for the banker. The other trigger, counting back 6 wins, with 5 of those being in favor of the player. So we're looking for a banker-banker-player pattern. Then we can start our player-player-banker, player-player-banker pattern. So let's deal. Looking for a banker-banker-player pattern. And we have it right here. So we have banker-banker-player. Let's reverse that, but before we bet, check the majority again. Check your first trigger. We're still looking good. We're 13 plus over the banker, 13 plus. The only slight downside, there were 4 bankers and 2 player wins in the last 6 hands to get to that pattern. But I feel good because of the very heavy majority of the first trigger. So let's deal, and we're going to now bet player, player, banker, player, player, banker. Here's the first card, and it's a banker loss, player win. So we won on the second hand. Okay, let's pull up another one. Random game, 25th. Another situation here where we have 15 banker wins and 9 player wins. It's a +6 in the banker's favor, and the last 6 is about even. So now we're looking for, this table's fine to play on. Now we're looking for a player, player, banker, so we can reverse it to banker, banker, player, banker, banker, player. So let's try and find that pattern. And let's also be careful and watch the first key. First key is 9 player, 15 banker. We have a 6 card majority. Let's see if we can keep that. So let's deal. Looking for a player, player, banker. And we have player banker just popped up. Let's look again. And we have an 18 banker win and 12 players. That's more than a 4. So 4 is the minimum. Anything below 4, do not play on the table. So here we have 6, still looking good. And if we look at the last 6, still very close. So now we're going to be betting banker, banker, player, banker, banker, player. Let's deal the first card. First card's a banker, and that is a win. And you're going to find that the probabilities of winning very early in your martingale is because you are now playing a probability. Okay, let's do another shoe. Random game, deal the cards, and we have another shoe that I like very much, the shoe I would play on, because the first trigger is 12 players, second trigger is the majority of the player wins. 5 out of 6, love that. And I love the fact that we're 5+ on the player side. So now we're looking for a banker, banker, player pattern so we can reverse that and go player, player, banker, player, player, banker. So let's deal. We're looking for that pattern now of banker, banker, player. And we just hit it right out of the gun. So now we're going to reverse that, and we're going to look at, again, the first trigger. The first trigger still barely maintained it. We have a 4 player lead, and that is the minimum. Anything below that, we'd have to find another table, but this looks good. And we're still 50-50 on the last 6. So let's deal. We're looking for now a player, player, banker, player, player, banker pattern. Let's deal our first card, player, win. So I think you're going to notice that by playing the banker player probability strategy, you really are in a better stance, and playing the probabilities are something that's very smart. So that's why we love this system. We've been very, very successful with it. And again, one win per table. Go to another table after you win. And just remember that once you try and look for your pattern, always go back and make sure you have a 4 margin advantage, either player or banker, either way. And always watch the last 6. That's important. If the last 6 are in the majority of the opposite way, then don't play on the table, because a second trigger is not making sense. So I hope you like this. It works really well. And you can send us an email at info@smart-moneygroup.com if you have any questions. We also answer the phones. How novel is that? So any questions, we want to make sure that our players and the systems we're giving out are very good. You make a lot of money on it. And if you have any questions before you go into a casino live, please call us. We're here to help you. One last item. I'm going to extend this video a little bit longer because today we saw an amazing, unbelievable, another Christopher Mitchell video that needs to be paid attention to, and I'm going to call him out. Please stand by.
Look at that right there. We are just days away from Christmas, so I am giving a $250 Merry Christmas special that expires the day after Christmas. So, if you want to join my private Facebook group, meet people from all over the world that will give you support and encouragement, a place where you can post your wins and your losses in the casino, a place where you can get feedback on how to improve, a place where you can learn all of my winning tips, rules, and strategies, and a place where I give you live, ongoing coaching face-to-face where you can ask me questions live every Sunday night inside the group. Right now, until December 26, 2020, you can get in my private Facebook group for only $250. Once you're in, you're in. There's nothing more to pay ever. This is a one-time investment.
Christopher, just stop it. Are you that hard up for $250 again? And we all know if your Facebook players complain, you'll toss them out like you have in the past. And that's a fact, and you know that's true. So stop it.
I made this so affordable because I want to help more people change their lives in 2021 than I've ever helped before.
Christopher, the only life you want to change in 2021 is your own. Is your own. You don't care anything about anybody else. Just send the money, and that's all you worry about.
So, I've made it the barest, lowest price that I can possibly make it.
Just get a job and go away, please.